Tell me a little bit about yourself. My name is Paige Brady, and I am a 31-year-old senior at William Peace University. After my sophomore year of college, I had to take some time off after a family crisis, and then I was in a car accident where I broke 9 bones in my foot, and I spent that next year at home on bed rest recovering, and I had to have 2 surgeries. So my fun fact about myself is that I now have a bionic foot. What 2 things made you want to work for this organization? I have a real passion for helping people, and I want to be able to give back to others. After my car accident, I was very lucky that I had an incredible support system with my family and my friends. And so my goal is that I could be able to give back in that same way to others who might be in similar circumstances. What experiences do you have in this field? As you can see from my resume, I have extensive experience working in legal as well as medical offices, and I have been in those positions since 2006. Through my time at these different companies, I have worked myself up through the ranks and have been promoted. I have also had extensive training in office manager type programs as well as medical office programs, so I am well versed in the new updated CPT codes as well as the new HIPAA guidelines that are currently being changed as a result of the pandemic that is happening. What would your friends say is your biggest strength? My biggest strength would be my determination. Since I had to take some time off from school after my accident, I never took finishing school off of the table despite the setbacks that I faced. And so that was something that was always very important to me, and I was determined that I was going to graduate and get my degree. Can you tell me about a time that you used your strength at William Peace University to either solve a problem or help a team? During the spring of 2019, I was in a women's studies course, and a big component of that class was we had to complete an activism project for a nonprofit of our choice. I ended up working with Clothed in Hope, which is run by a dear friend of mine from high school. I had done some work with that nonprofit in previous years, and so I found out that they were in desperate need of funds for an emergency medical fund for the women in their program. In that particular part of Africa, the healthcare system is not great. And honestly, in order to get good healthcare, you have to go to a private hospital. And so I spent many hours writing emails, making phone calls, and going through my neighborhood and going to my church, just soliciting donations for this emergency medical fund. And I was able to raise over $1,000, which was an accomplishment for me because I was able to see how that money ended up being used, and it was just really cool to see that they were able to stretch it so far and get so much out of it. What is your weakness? My weakness would be that I can be too empathetic, which can sometimes lead to compassion fatigue. I really, helping people is very important to me. And so sometimes I don't always leave time or space for myself, because I can take on the problems of the people that have come to me and or need my help. But I am constantly working on trying to find a better balance, so that I can be helpful and be empathetic and compassionate towards those people, while also not bringing all of that home with me every day. If you were a cartoon character, who would you be and why? I feel like I would be Rapunzel from Tangled, because she never realized how bad things were until she found out what life was like away from the tower that she was locked in. And once she realized that, she shed a lot of weight that she carried around. And she found a whole new world of experiences that led her into this happiness, where she found that she could be loved and accepted as she is. Do you have any questions? The two questions that I have, are there any other pieces of information that you need from me, such as a list of references, or a portfolio of some of my previous work? And would this be a position where there would be opportunities for growth and advancement within the organization? If you have any additional questions or need to reach me, my email address is page.a.brady@gmail.com, and my phone number is 919-656-4431. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Goodbye.